Sharon Webster is a poet, visual artist, and human service worker in Burlington, Vermont. Her book, Everyone Lives Here, was published by Fomite Press. Webster's mixed media work has been described as, quote, images of the world as seen from within. That could be a good description of her poems, too. Please welcome Sharon Webster.
Thank you all. It's great to see you. Thank you to Jeff and Susan who orchestrated this business. It's wonderful to be in Austin. Yeah. Just jump right on in here. Song of Under. I will write, my love, a song of understanding. I will say the word forgiveness once for every person in this room. I will say gratitude is contagious. Or I will say louder than before, we are all waiting to be brothers and sisters in the same room. And thank you. As the woman next to me just said, there should be more than one stall in a place like this. Earlier, you touched my hand and I believed you knew the weeds in me and trusted. You touched my hand and I relaxed, as everyone in this room deserves to do. As everyone's eyes speak, you moved beyond words, the bond between. How many bonds are enough? There's my brother, his calm, his way of downplay, his disease. The importance of calm cannot be underestimated. Loyalty, too, once thought to be too buttoned up, is more like a loose ribbon than a button. I forgave him for footballing my sandcastle. He changed. I changed. How important to change. How important to be clear, unmuddied. How we endure. So that's a new one. And now I'm going to stick with my book that kind of refers to everyone living in the planet and how the people we know, love, are affected by are inside us all the time, you know, without them even being there. And, you know, the planet, it's only one planet, so on, you know, all that. Okay. This poem is dedicated to Rainer Maria Rilke. And do people know who that is? The poet people know? Yeah, Letters to a Young Poet, and it's like the early 1900s. And he recommended cultivation of a rich inner life. Ah, to think of Rilke in the locker room while my hair grows. January at bay, limbs coaxed and glistening with heat and moisturizer. The world miles away, lovely miles away. Here, the blow dryer lifts every hair lovingly and with enlarged solitude. Rilke, I think you'd understand. Sometimes I sit in the sauna and pretend my life is over. It's not unpleasant. All those events so much fa-di-la. But then it surfaces, just like you said. It surfaces, Rilke, just like you said. What was sunken is indeed ample and dusky and naked, with other women on the warm cedar planks. We sweat, we don't discuss anatomy, but speak tenderly, watchful, and glad in each other's difficult search. Rilke, I think you would approve the silence among us, and the silence becoming the lovely life miles away. So, Stephanie mentioned I'm a human service worker, and I work with adults with cognitive challenges. You know, they're born that way. And one of my favorite people, I've worked with like 35 years, I don't count anymore. One of my favorite, and they are my friends in a true deep way, this poem is about Thelma. And sometimes I do this piece with a broom as a little visual aid, but I'll try to wing it without a broom. And these are set in Vermont, so you got to get that cold feeling. Just like the January one there, it really mattered. But this one is almost Thanksgiving. Unsteady, Thelma. At the top of the street is sweeping. The wind feels good, a little bit around her neck, the hair inside her collar just starting to sweat. She likes it out here. Nobody tells her what to do. Not too many questions. Not too much to talk about. Thelma is sweeping. Swoosh, swoosh. They be here. Sister, brother, cousin, they be here soon. Take me far away. Take me overnight. They be here. Swoosh, swoosh. The wind shifts suddenly and leaves explode in all directions. Thelma leans closer to her broom, brushes a small pile efficiently from the curb, wipes her mouth on her sleeve. She's got that dirty parka on. Thelma is waiting. What if they mean? Men at the institution mean with mean faces, walk around with black keys. What if they mean? Thelma sweeps and sweeps. Thelma's a furry shape inside the wind. Thelma is a yearning shape stuck in cold gray sky. She slides past my window, her deep, greasy eyes looking in. She wants the comfort of what's inside. She's afraid, too. She's drawn to the heat, the drama. She wants no part of it. She can do it alone. Thelma is sweeping. Swish, swish. Thelma takes a broom from every neighbor on Buell Street. She tries one from every stoop, side door, or tool shed. But she always brings them back, even the ones with only a handful of bristles or splintered handles. She brings them back and puts them carefully away. She knows how to do it. She's a strong woman. She is in control. Thelma Chatford controls this neighborhood. She is the honcho with a broom. Swoosh. The wind sharpens up from the lake, and Thelma shoves her shoulders deeper into her parka, tightens her hood around her chin. She has to squint now to see the few shadows that might be leaves. Mostly, she feels the muscles in her arm moving and listens as the bristles scratch the pavement. Back and forth. Swoosh, swoosh. A couple other lights come on in the street. Thelma is sweeping. They read here. They're sneaky. They're sneaky like soap operas. They're sneaky and smiling. They take me that place. How long ago will they bring me back? How long is a day? Almost Thanksgiving. Unsteady Thelma at the bottom of Buell Street, still sweeping. From the window, Thelma is more blur now than shape, more moving than longing. She stops for a minute, looks up towards the window. She's got that broom. True story. I used to live next to Thelma. Live next to everybody in our organization. So anyway, you know, writers love to keep journals with random thoughts and ideas that are coming. And at one point I recognized that my journals were filling up more with to-do stuff, like clean this or go to the grocery, tomatoes and milk. And, you know, as a caregiver too, that side of my life started to, you know, I couldn't find the sort of experimenting bit. So this one's called No More Pragmatic Notes. Do this, fix that, not that, except please find the large green notebook jam-packed with secret open places, gradual stretches, sketches, fragments, trillings. Look up miscellaneous momentary flashes. Divide and investigate. Or should I say sing, not demand. Name, not duty. Blend, not enumerate. Nuance, not neaten. The green notebook is not a task. My job is unfold. Okay, have I surpassed the limit here? Are we doing all right? Sorry about that. Are you sure? Am I doing okay for time? Why I love your face, or Lizzie. Because it is sleepless. Because the creases from the fragile, moon-soaked linens have printed it with special underwater intelligence, and it's radiant. Because it's transparent. Because of the intricate castle of smoke that surrounds it. Because you built it. Because it is measured, managed, and pulled. Because it is not. Because it's a nest for your laughter and the ongoing shadows of history. Because of how open. Because it is weary. Because of the light. Because it doesn't lie. Because it hasn't been easy. Resistance. You are still here. It is nightfall. From the window you can see the leaves are no longer leaves, but black sponges, damp against the draining sky. You are safe here. The pines are a sturdy fortress against the strong north wind. They move like strange brooding echoes. The house sits firmly in the overgrowth of centuries. It is fine here. You imagine mice, worms, squirrels, and hundreds of watching insects, while the dark comes down like a lid. The woods wait, cave upon cave of shadow and silence. You can be sure here. There's no reason to believe at any moment it will all come apart, burst into switchblades bright and ready to cut. But you do. Okay, last one. Very grateful to you all, I gotta just tell you that. But as a visual artist, it's nice to be pushed to this side of myself again. It's nice. I mean, it's always there, but public. Maybe this sidewalk in front of the Kinney drugstore is my summer vacation. The warm asphalt and opening leisure made of 4 rivers of air moving drowsily on my arm. The mouth of civilization, yours. A boarding pass to time to wait and stumble onto the time of uncounted time. The stew of weeds behind the car calls a longed for exit sign, and these unnameably tangled trees behind the gas station are tourist attractions made of need. I pack my bags with fully formed trees that retreat into themselves with me. Thank you.